Welcome to BUNCRYP Daily Market Update, and today we are going to take a brief review on Glassnode Insights. So, the review we are going to take on is what the on-chain metrics say about DeFi sector of cryptocurrency. DeFi sector of cryptocurrency. So, when we look at the screen here, we are going to see with me here is a chart of on-chain activity of blue chip, or so to say popular DeFi projects. And according to Glassnode review of week 35 2021, we can see that when we compare the blue chip DeFi projects, which are Aave, Compound, Uni, and Yen Finance, there is a decreasing metrics we can see in them as below. So and let's take a good look at what this entails and why it is so. So according to Coinmetrics, this can be seen as the current euphoria we have in the NFT markets, which we have seen so many millions of USD being traded in transaction volume, especially in OpenSea. And that's being in mind, we see that there is a diversification of, not really diversification, that is a change of interest in market participants, where they have majority of them have focused on NFT projects, and that is the hot cake currently. And then because of that, we have seen that there is a decline in on-chain activity, and the variable we used in this that was used in this analysis is that of active addresses and transfer volume. So if you look at Aave, although you can see that the graph tends to be moving a little bit up, not that up, kind of a range bound, you will see that there is a decline in active addresses, and that before it starts moving down, you see that the active addresses peaked and started collapse before the coin itself, the price of the token itself started to decrease. The same goes with a Compound. You see that before you notice a price decrease in Compound, which is currently in downtrend. You see that there was a spike in the active address and decrease. This one, Uniswap, it was simultaneous with it. We see a decrease together with a decrease in price. Why Yen Finance, it wasn't that simultaneous with it, though there was a decrease after. So this is that of active addresses, and that of transfer volume. You can see that it also decreased for all of them. Uniswap, you see that there was a decline in transfer volume, even as the price was making a higher wave. So this on-chain metrics, if you have not gone through the other video we did on on-chain metrics, you can go through it on the video we did on on-chain metrics, what it is all about, so that you can get much more information about on-chain metrics. Then let's not forget, if you have not subscribed to our channel, we want it if you will subscribe to our channel, for you to get daily updates on what is happening in the crypto world, both technicals and on-chain metrics. Then from this, back to what we have today. So does this have any effects on the prices of Uniswap and Compound? Obviously, we can see it from the charts that it is actually affecting the performance. So on-chain metrics is something that we call the hidden insights, that gives us details of what we might not see when we're analyzing the price charts, especially for those of us who use price action, or maybe you're using technical indicators where your moving average is telling you that you are in uptrend, or you're using stochastic, whichever technique you're using. For example, someone who is using his moving average at this point, you see that your moving average might be telling you that the price is moving considerably high. But when you compare the on-chain metrics, you see a different scenario, just as this one also, and this one, you see a different scenario. So on-chain metrics gives you this hidden insight for you to be able to know the reason behind what the price action you are seeing in the chart. So you we do well to combine it with your analysis. So don't be perturbed as if you are following us, we will be giving you updates on on-chain metrics. So the one we want to take a good look at today is that of Defi project and why it have gone down so far. So we will use Aave as a case study today to be able to either disregard what you are seeing from Glassnode on chain metrics, or to approve it, to so to say that it is actually having effect and it's going to have much more effect. Then another important question we need to ask ourselves is, can we see any opportunity with this a little bit deviation? The answer is yes, because DeFi projects, DeFi, it is decentralized finance is here to stay, and so many things will happen in the future concerning DeFi projects. But temporarily, when the market is down, do we have opportunities we can use to be able to buy the dip in this kind of scenario? Of course, there is. We have that opportunity. Then, what opportunities can we see from this case scenario? We will use Aave as a case study today. Then, in the same vein, we would also want to reinforce what we taught last time about how to pick market tops and bottoms, the secret no one have told you, which we used to do a video previously. So both that of about understanding what on-chain metrics is all about will be in the video description below, and that of how you are going to pick the market top and bottom will also be in the video description below. So do well to check those videos out and get more insightful information for yourself. So without spending much time, let us take a good look at Aave and see what we have on the chart. So I'm using the trading view. Let's this thing load. Okay, so let's see what we have. Aave USDT. So let's see. Come on. So we will check the particular zone in which we are going to take good advantage of. Remember, in BUNCRYP Academy, we do well to give you hindsight on price movements, and we also give you possible zones or areas in which you should watch out for to take position from. So what we'll be using today is 4-hour time frame. So let's see what we have in the 4-hour time frame and know what we are going to do with that. Okay, let's use daily time frame so that we'll have a generalized overview of what we are looking at. So boom, here we are. So if we look at the charts in front of us, we can see that we are trading at 414 USD, and it traded to a high of 670 USD and a low of 176 USD. Then this current price impact, we can see different place that we have marked for possibility of price reaction. So this is our take from what you are seeing on the screen, and always remember, this is not financial advice. And then if you decide to trade what we give you, make sure you watch the video that says how to pick your tops and bottom. Make sure you watch that video if you decide to trade our zones, and we are going to put it in the video description. And also, like we will always tell you, we are not your financial advisors, and you should determine for yourself whether you would want to take the risk or not. And also remember not to trade more than you can afford to lose. So the risk is on you. BUNCRYP Academy cannot and will never take the responsibility of whatever risk that might incur in your trading, because we did not ask you to trade that. We're giving every detail of information we're giving here based on educative and informative purposes. So whatever you choose to do with the information we are giving you is best left for you to decide. So if we are in the same page, then let's jump in. So we are going to watch this description now. So listen attentively as I explain what we will be anticipating price to do. So here we are. So now let's start. I know we can see so many lines, but I can see increase them to that of higher time frame and lower time frame. So but first, this is what we are anticipating to see. Let me explain. So as you can see in the charts, you can see that there are so many liquidity level here. So we are not expecting price to respect any of these zones. So we are expecting price to overrun this high. Once it overrun this high, we are expecting it to come and maintain this position of 324.6. So in terms of exploiting the opportunity we see in a current position of the fire market, one can decide to place a buy position at what, 324 USD. Then peradventure market does not respect this zone, off of which we believe that market is going to respect it, then the person should now do what we call dollar cost averaging and place another position at 243.7. So these are the two possible buy scenarios we have from this chart. Best buy scenarios. These are the two best buy scenarios: 243.7 and 324.6. These are the two best buy scenarios we have. Then for somebody who wants to be aggressive, then this type of aggressive entry is a high risk entry. He is going to let us use 4-hour time frame so to be clearer to us. So for someone who wants to take an aggressive buy entry, what the person have to do first of all is to wait for price to overrun this area, close above this area, not to be rejected. Mark my word, not to be rejected above at this zone, but to close above this area. So if price closes above this area, then the person can take an aggressive entry at this particular place, and this, which is 373.8 USD. That is an aggressive entry. But if price overrun, but if price do not overrun that area, that means we are not expecting it to respect that zone. So as it's coming down currently, if continues to come down and come to that zone, we are anticipating a likelihood, possibility of price not respecting that area, while there is a possibility that price might respect or react to that zone. So note that and have it in mind. Then depending on what happens, if price decides to react to that zone, then you take your profit at the other zone. So that is why I said it is very, very important that you watch that video we posted, how to trade how to pick tops and bottoms. So from this video we can see that there is a possibility that price is going to react or reverse in this zone, but in this zone, but we are not taking on that. But there is a possibility, very strong possibility, that price is going to react here, possibly. Boom. So but we don't take positions blindly, so it's all up to you to know what to do about that. But our own mission is to give you strategic positions on possible buy zones. So in this video we have given you 3 buy zones case scenario. So another wit or wisdom you can add to your trading skill is, whenever price touches a zone we give you, for example, if price touches this zone, go to BTC USDT chart and make sure that price is reversing at a particular zone. I don't know whichever zone it will be, but the only thing you should know is follow the same trick we gave you in how to pick your tops and bottom, and make sure that the TDI have crossed and it's above the signal line, which is the yellow line in BTC USD, before you take this entry, because BTC is what controls this market. If it's down, moving down, obviously this place is not going to hold. But it's moving up, obviously it's going to hold. So BTC have a very strong factor in affecting what you see. So you have to check it and compare it and know what you see before you now take your position. So that is that for the use of average USDT as a case study in terms of exploiting the opportunities we might have in the DeFi project. Why in its entirety this equal low, if price expected, is an opportunity. That means once it picks from this place, it's going to overrun this place. So your first take profits area should be at this area, 446.3. So if you are entering at this position, which if I were you, I would try and enter, but using the principle we taught in the video that I'm going to put in the description below, or you can enter aggressively and know the amount of risk you want to take on that. Then once you take that trade, you know that price is going to overrun this area, because it's typically a liquidity zone. While we know that in the future time price is still going to overrun this particular zone, whether it hits here and do that or not, we don't know, but we know that price is going to overrun. So take your entry here, take your take profits at 446.3. So while on the that way around, there's a possibility it might slash it through. If you slash it through, we'll now wait for the second zone and the third zone. So as a case study, a case scenario of what I taught in that video of how to pick tops and bottom, this is a very sharp and wonderful case scenario here we have. So let us check it out in 15 minutes time frame. So in 15 minutes time frame, if you watch vividly, although I did highlighted this before, but I don't know why it seems to disappear. I talked about 1, 2, 3 points and the entry, and look, and I said at the third one you need to wait for, I mentioned about 1, 2, 3 and the W formation in that my video. If you watch that video, you see everything there. So for upward movement, then for downward movements, in which we have 1, 2, 3, then I mentioned it in my video. So if you have not watched that video, endeavor to watch it, or this leg can shoot out any which way. So if you have not watched that video, endeavor to watch it. So what do we have here? We have something beautiful. You have it 1, you have it 2, you have it 3, and this is what we have. We have 1, 2, 3 and up. Boom. So what I'm going to see here, as you see price coming up, is price is going to test this place. Once it retests it, it's going to to a target point. So having that in mind, you're going to see something like this. This is what we have. 1, 2, 3, then shoe, then price is going to come this point, then boom. So that's the case study we have. So whatever you choose to do with what we give you, we are tentatively watching. But peradventure, price didn't respect this 441.3. You watch out for that down zone I mentioned in this video. But this is a perfect case scenario. It's a case scenario of what I described. Even if you took the trade, you will have been in profit by now. While price is interesting to mitigate the zone before it continues its downward movement. So then that is what we have for today in BUNCRYP Academy daily outlook and analysis. So tomorrow we will talk about some hot issues we have in the market, some hot trend in the market, and we see how we expect. I know some of you guys trade news or fundamentals, and previously we listed some coins that we can trade on fundamentals and performing well. So we'll give you guys update on BTC USDT, and I will also talk about some hot issues in the market. So if you would want to get those information, please endeavor to hit the like button and subscribe so that you can get it as soon as possible once it is being released. So that's all I got. Be blessed.